Hello and welcome to the George Brendler Field. It's the 26th day of September 2022, and it's a matchup between the Lady Bobcats and the Lady Eagles of Chazy and the Bobcats of Northern Adirondack. I'm Joey Trombley, along with the founding father of hometown cable himself, Calvin Castine. We are live at the George Brendler Field for this big matchup in this Division II.
And George is here.
And George is here. He's sitting in his normal spot.
Yep.
You probably got him on camera now.
I just had him.
Just had him. And so this is a big game. Chazy only has one loss. I was talking to Coach Tregan before the game. He said their record was like 6-1 or 7-1 in the league, and he said the Bobcats are just as good. So he said it should be a well-played game. Should be an even game between both groups here. And of course the girls of Northern Adirondack are coached by Jason Seguin, and it is John Tregan. Of course, he's the son of Tom Tregan, and Tom Tregan's part of the big three for the Chazy boys soccer with, of course, George Brendler, Tom Tregan, and Rob McAuliffe. And it is John Tregan who's coaching the Chazy girls this year. And it is the Bobcats controlling the play early. Ball goes to the far side, and it goes on to the feet of Mead. Mead's working her way down, and she gets a shot off. It goes off the end line, but a shot from distance. She was being defended by McAuliffe. Or actually, it wasn't McAuliffe, it was Caitlin Harvey. So it'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. And Calvin, have you made many games? I know you're busy with your legislative work and all that kind of stuff.
It's like the first time I've seen either one of these teams, so I wanted to make sure to get here. The Northeastern boys are hosting Peru tonight, and my grandson is playing, but I came here.
Well, I told Maggie, I said, well, of course, we should probably set the stage. There was some weather that came in late this afternoon. The boys are playing Seton Catholic. They played at 4:30, so that game's probably done. But they were definitely playing in the elements. Luckily, I don't think there was any thunderstorms that came through, so they would play right through it. And the girls' game has cleared out just beautifully. And I said to Maggie, I said, you know what, I haven't called the girls on hometown cable this year, and I want to make sure that they get a game filmed that we do together. So it does feel good to be back in the booth with you, Calvin. We haven't done a game in a while.
No.
Press the ball.
About a year or so, I'd say.
Has it been that long?
Well,
yeah, we haven't done it this year, right? Yeah,
right.
We haven't done it this year. So the ball comes into play to McAuliffe. It goes off her foot, and it's cleared out quickly by Bryn Trombley. But just as quickly as it came out, Avery Parker sent it forward. And it went off a defender. It looked like it went off of number 13, Sophia Charlin. So we're going to have a corner kick for the Eagles. It's the first corner kick of this first half. And it will be McAuliffe for Chazy. She'll take the kick. And it looks like it will be a traditional kick. They won't set up for the short kick. And McAuliffe does have the strength in her leg to get it there, so it should be a nice feed from McAuliffe. And it's a low kick, floats on or skips on the ground. And one thing that when the field, because there was a lot of rain that came here just before this game, so this field is slick. The ball is wet. And I'm sure the coaches are telling their players to get any chance, shoot hard on the net, because a lot of things can happen with a wet ball and a wet field. And that ball goes off of McAuliffe, so we're going to have a throw-in for the Bobcats. We're early in the first half. There's only 36:57 left in the first half, only gone by a little over 3 minutes. And the ball comes into play. It goes off of the head of Seguin. And it's picked up by Belrose. Belrose, it now goes on to the feet of Pratt. Pratt's working her way down, being defended by Spohr, trying to cut it to the inside. A little double duty over there between Spohr and Charlin. And it goes off the end line. So a nice job from the pressure for the Eagles. And it will be another corner kick, and McAuliffe will go take the corner kick again. And I'm sure for the set plays and corner kicks like this, it will be McAuliffe taking these kicks for Chazy. And there's another low kick. Goes outside the box, and the ball is pushed back onto the outside by Belrose to McAuliffe. McAuliffe rips a shot. It goes off of Charlin onto the feet of Trombley. Now the ball sent to the midfield. Back there for Chazy is Parker. Parker tried to clear it forward, but it goes off the sideline. So we're going to have a throw-in for the Bobcats just below us at the press box. And it's going to be Sophia Charlin for the Lady Bobcats. And our officials for tonight, right near us here, it's Steve Brown, and on the far, or actually in the middle of the field, it's Brian Marino. And they are the officials for today's game. The throw-in goes off of the Eagles. It looked like it went off Avery Parker. So a throw-in for the Bobcats. And quickly it's Charlene getting the ball into play. The ball goes back to Charlene. She chips it forward toward the end line. Hustling back there is Gagno. She sends it forward. Ball stays in play onto the feet of Lily Pratt. She goes into the open space, and it's Pender Bayshard hustling for the ball. Bryn Trombley defends well. Off of Trombley, so a throw in for Chazy, and a quick throw in by Pratt. Hustle by Bayshard. And again, the ball goes off the sideline. So another throw in for Chazy. Ball comes in. Goes on to the feet of Brooke Stevens. And it will go off of the end line. So we have a goal kick coming up for the Bobcats.
This game was originally scheduled for a week ago. Today's the 26th. It was scheduled for the 19th. And the forecast was pretty much like today's forecast, but they decided to postpone it because of potential thunder and lightning. And as it turned out, the weather turned out to be something like this last week. So this week, even though the forecast was similar, they decided to go for it.
Well, about 4 o'clock, I text Coach McAuliffe, and I said, are the games on? What are they going to do? He goes, they're going to try to get them both in. And it looks like, well, this game definitely going to get in. And I think the boys' game came in. So if we happen to see Coach McAuliffe, we'll ask him if the game was completed, which I think it probably was.
It's probably a little wet, though. It poured at that time.
Oh, yeah, they got soaked. There's no doubt. And the ball is on to the feet of Seguin. She sends it forward. Nice play by Seguin. Oh, here's a tough play. Coming off the line is the goalie. And there's a shot by the number 16. And it is a McKenna Labarge, and she stayed right with the play. Tess Blair came out to challenge, made the initial stop. But it was Labarge. She just stayed with the play and got the ball in. And it was an assist from Haley Bernard. And the Bobcats go up 1-0 at the 33-42 mark. And that was the first shot on net for the Bobcats, but they made it count as they lead 1-0. Oh, it was 4 with the assist. It was actually Seguin. I had said Haley Bernard, but it's actually Seguin with the assist, number 4. So Bayshard pushes the ball back. She gets it on to number 19, Lexi Clark. Ball goes to the feet of Lily Pratt. She tries to switch fields, but it's on to the feet of Meade. Meade cuts it to the outside, being defended by Langlois. Langlois trying to win that battle. Heels it back. Now going forward, but Meade intercepts the play, goes off the sideline. So throw in for the Eagles with 33-14 left in the first half. And Calvin, has turned out to be a beautiful night for a soccer game in the North Country.
Yeah, I'd like it to be 5 degrees warmer, but all things considered, it's not bad out here.
No, I don't have gloves on. Calvin does. And it's about a 50-50 mark if you want to wear them. And Calvin will be 150%. I'll be the other 50%.
I like to keep my fingers warm on that camera.
Yeah, well, you have to. I mean, you have all the tough work here, keeping the girls in view here so that the folks can see what's going on. And then before the game, Calvin, I pointed out there's like a little pod tent over on the far sideline, which I haven't seen before, which is kind of interesting, which I'm sure you'll get in a little bit here. But the ball goes to the Eagles. Lauren sends the ball forward. And back is Stevens. She goes to the near sideline, but it works its way off the sideline. So a throw in for the Bobcats, and Calvin's zeroing in on that tent over there, that pod. And I guess that's a nice way to stay dry. Providing the wind isn't coming from the south, you will stay dry.
Yeah, and also you can hunt deer and ducks.
Sure. Why not? And, we always got to thank the Giroux family for keeping the corn up for soccer season before they take it down.
Yeah. They do that on purpose, of course.
Oh, yeah. They absolutely. Those chickens don't need that corn. So the ball goes to the far sideline, controlled by the Eagles. Langlois, a little simple pass to McAuliffe. She pushes it back onto the feet of Clark. Clark back over to Langlois. Langlois sends the ball forward as she's trying to find Bayshard, but it's cleared out quickly, but back onto the feet of Harvey. Harvey from Chazy knocks it away from Mead, but it goes off the sideline. So a throw in for the Bobcats, far side. Ball comes into play off the head of McDonald at midfield, controlled by the Bobcats. They're working their way down the line. It is Mead. She is defended well, but quickly the ball is sent back, goes off of Gagno toward midfield. And it's picked up by Trombley. She rips a shot off of the back of Parker to the far sideline. Mead trying to work her way in. Keeps a simple pass up over to LaBarge. LaBarge with the only goal of the game in the first half. And the ball is into the open space, picked up by the Bobcats. McDonald trying to turn to get a shot off, but she's defended well by Brooke Stevens. And it is the Bobcats controlling the midfield, and they're into the Chazy territory. Ball's chipped forward, taken away, and Gagno clears it out. Ball skips, controlled by Magoon. And it goes off of Chazy. So Magoon with the throw-in, trying to find Mead. Goes off of Mead. Back onto the feet of Bushy. She has it knocked away. And now the Eagles trying to get a counter going. Stepping up for the Bobcats. Kicked by Charlin. And it's on to the feet of Clark. Clark goes to the outside trying to find Langlois. Langlois keeps it in play. And it just goes off the sideline. Ball comes into play. And Clark takes it off of a Bobcat. So throw in for the Eagles. We're at 29-34. We have a 1-0 Bobcat lead. And it was Bushy who put that ball in. Or no, I had that wrong. I think it was Calvin. I even forgot who put it down. I didn't even write it down. Oh, it was McKenna LaBarge. Yeah, there's a shot. There's another bullet of a shot. And it was Gilmore with a great save, 2 nice saves. Stood her ground, but rockets of a shot by McAuliffe. And they did not find the back of the net. And quickly the ball was punted toward midfield. And it's now on to the feet of Harvey. Bobcats clear it forward. Trombley. Some open space. Gagno. And of course, Gagno, Samantha Gagno LaFountain. Her mom is Sarah Gagno, and Sarah had some success as a Lady Eagle back in the day.
Yeah, back in the late 80s.
Yeah. They were the first team to go to the finals, if I'm not mistaken.
The year before I started recording them, the class of 84 went to the finals. Yeah, the class of season of 84.
Okay.
And I started recording here. Chazy got cable in 85.
All right.
So that's when we started doing a few games.
So the ball comes into play. On to the feet of LaBarge. Has it knocked away by Stevens. Comes to the near sideline trying to find Lily Pratt. Pratt cuts it to the inside. And that's a foul on Pratt. And she put a little shove on Spoor.
Go, let Lily defend here. Lily, goal side fourth. No, you're fine. I'm just saying right now on the restart, drop off. Lily, drop off. The forward can chase it. And there! Forwards, that's not you, that's the forwards. You stay in your spot.
Ball is cleared to the far side.
You gotta be awake there. Go turn!
And it was Leclerc goes to the far side one time by LaPointe. But it is Gagno. She clears it out. And it goes off of number 3, Magoon. So Chazy will get a throw-in on a big kick from Gagno off the foot of Magoon. Far side. Ball goes off of the head of McAuliffe. McAuliffe trying to control. Gives the ball up. Ball sent forward by Clark. And Langlois battling for the ball with Magoon. We have a battle going on the far side, and that goes off the sideline. And we have a throw-in. So Chazy's putting a little pressure on. Ball up in the air. And there's a nice little touch to Pender Bayshard. She couldn't get to it, just a little far ahead of her.
Try to find Lily.
And it's back to Stevens. She sends it to the 18, but quickly it's cleared out by Seguin. Stepping up for Chazy was Parker. Going to the near sideline. She's trying to find Pratt.
It's okay.
And cannot get to there in time.
Lily, you're doing great. Goal side. Just, hey, you're just too tight on this girl when she throws it. Avery, you're standing in the same space. You're defending the same ball. Slide over. Hey, Avery, slide in that space then if you're going to. You're defending the same ball. Doesn't help us. Now stick in.
And Parker sends the ball up over to McAuliffe. McAuliffe cuts from the inside, but it's taken by Seguin from behind.
Go ahead, Lily.
And it will be a throw in for the Eagles.
Avery, let's go. Come on, Frank. We don't want you and George in the same space, right? That's all.
Ball comes into place to Stevens. Clear to the opposite side of the field. Picked up by the Bobcats toward midfield. And Gagnon in the sweeper position. Cuts it to the outside, but Meade does a nice job staying with the ball. Comes up with it. Meade far side. Simple little pass trying to find LaPointe. LaPointe has it knocked away. And nice cut in by number 18 LeClaire. Goes to the outside to Meade. Meade is defended by Clark. Taken away. Ball sent forward. Eagles trying to control. And it is Langlois will now turn, sends the ball forward. And it's controlled by Perrier. She goes to the outside. On to Magoon. Magoon goes to midfield. Quickly it's sent back into the defensive end of the Bobcats. But Trombley has other ideas. She sends it into the offensive zone for the Bobcats. Goes off the Eagles. So we have a throw-in for the Eagles, or for the Bobcats, with 24:40 left in the the first half.
You're anxious to get going here.
Well, I'm getting kind of warm up here, Calvin. The jacket may come off. So it is the Bobcats. LeClaire pushes it back to Spoor. Spoor comes to the near side, trying to find Seguin. She has it knocked away by Belrose. Out to the 18. Nice job by Gagnon to knock it away from Meade. Bayshard at midfield. Sends it up to the open space. Picked up by Charlin. Pratt coming over to defend. And nice try by Charlin. So throw in by Georgia Belrose.
I think Sophia's going to have a little raspberry there tomorrow. That was a nice slide on the bare dirt there.
Yeah, brings back memories, Calvin. I'm kind of liking it up here. Ball is controlled by Belrose. She gets it over to Brooke Stevens. Stevens gets it back over to Parker. So some nice movement by the Eagles, but it's intercepted by the Bobcats. And it is LeClaire has it knocked away by Parker. Over to Pratt. Pratt trying to cut it to the inside. Charlin doing a good job defensively. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Nice off the sideline. Disrupts the play. So a throw in for the Eagles. Ball comes into play. Bayshard sends it forward. Skips by Parker. And the ball goes forward from Gagnon. Rips a shot from distance. And nice try by Clark.
I'm going to talk to Drews next year to see if they can plant some corn on the other soccer field that's beyond the bleachers, so we'd have that view throughout the game of the corn.
Yeah, or we could get the art department to put something together for us and put it before the games.
There you go.
Oh, here comes a chance. McAuliffe. Oh, trying to get a shot off. Had a hard time to control it, and the ball just kept bouncing up. McAuliffe tried to control it, tried to get the shot off that she wanted, but the ball just wouldn't settle, so it'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats. Good effort. So with 22:06 to go in the first half, it's a 1-0 goal on a McKenna Labarge goal. Calvin, I got it right that time. So the ball is controlled by the Eagles.
Keep going.
It's Clark working her way down, and the ball's cleared to midfield. And one time back to the middle of the field, picked up by the Eagles. Bayshard looking to work her way down.
Trying to get a service. Service is good here.
Bayshard battling number 10, Spoor.
No turn.
The ball's pushed back to Seguin.
No, that's on. No, she's fell. Come on. Not even.
Ball is sent forward.
Foul. Not even close.
Picked up by Trombley, far side.
Slide over, slide over, slide over.
Mead trying to work her way down.
Bender.
Goes off of a Chazy player.
Forwards, keep coming, come back.
And that would have been
Good, hey,
Castine.
Lily, keep coming back.
Callie Castine. Ball comes into play. To LaPointe. LaPointe gets the ball up over to LaBarge. LaBarge has it knocked away. Mead shot from distance. And Blair comes off her line. And a good job she did. A good reason she did because Segan was coming in on the weak side. But Tess Blair did a nice job. Nice punt. Goes off of LaBarge.
Lily, keep going. Bender, open up.
And to the near sideline. Bayshard trying to get to the ball. Charlin's there. Charlin and Bayshard battling for the ball. Charlin does a nice job sending it forward. Goes by everybody. Controlled by Gagno. Gagno sends it forward as she was trying to find the feet of Lily Pratt. Knocked away. Stevens battling for the ball along with number 16, LaBarge. LaBarge keeps it simple, but it's taken away by Pratt. Pratt working her way down. And it goes to the outside to Pender Bayshard. Bender, nice shot from distance. And that will skip into the hands of Gilmore. So nice idea for Bayshard. Substitutions coming in. We've got Langlois ready to check back into the game, as well as Magoon and Bushy.
Good run there. Connect. One on.
Ball controlled by the Bobcats. Goes to the feet of Seguin. Seguin trying to send it through. And cut to the inside is number 4, Seguin. But a nice job defended well by Parker. And it goes on to the feet of LaBarge. LaBarge sends it forward. She finds the feet of Spore. And it's knocked out of bounds by Belrose. So here comes the substitutions. It's actually 6 and 9. So it's McDonald and Bushy coming in. Langlois for Chazy. Coming out is Bayshard. Coming out for the Bobcats is LeClaire and LaPointe. Ball comes into play. Trombley kicks it forward. Stevens goes to the outside. Nice play by Langlois to Pratt, right down the line. Pratt cuts it to the inside. Now cuts it to the outside. It's Pratt. And a nice job coming to Abby Perrier comes out to help out. Pratt was making some nice moves cutting through the defense, but it was Perrier for the Bobcats coming through doing a nice job. It's going to be a corner kick. And the Bobcats go up a corner kick anytime on a play like that. Because she doesn't get to Pratt. Pratt has a nice opportunity. So McAuliffe will take the corner kick for the Eagles. We have 18-19 left in the first half. Shots are only one each. Corner kicks favor the Eagles 3-0. Ball comes through. It goes by everybody. And the Bobcats clear it outside the 18. That was a dangerous play for the Bobcats. They survived it. And there's going to be a handball.
That's a good foul. Smart play. Audrey, that was so much better here, right? Okay. Drop. Go side. Yep. They have a good service there. That was a good service, right?
Ball sent forward by Perrier. Nice outsider foot. Bushy finds Spore coming down the line. Spore cuts it to the inside, sends it forward, goes off of Stevens. Hustling is Seguin. Ball chip forward. Now sent to the 18. Gagno keeps it simple to Stevens. Stevens sends it forward onto the feet of number 6, Bushy. Bushy's defended by Clark. Turns and gets the shot off, and that was number 16, LaBarge again. Just turned and ripped a shot, but it was the goalie. Tess Blair comes up with it. Punt goes off of the head of Lexi Clark toward midfield, and the ball deflects back toward the Chazy goal. It's Callie Castine for Chazy. Another shot toward the net, and that skips into Tess Blair. So nice pressure here by the Bobcats. It was Mead, Joanne Mead getting the shot off, but Blair was there. And a handball on the Bobcats.
Keep going.
So it's going to be McAuliffe taking the
Leave it
kick.
as far as you can.
Bayshard ready to check back in, as well as LeClaire.
Lily, just run on the kick. As far as you can.
Come on, Green, let's receive.
Ball is sent forward, back toward midfield. Castine cuts it to the inside, sends it up to Clark. Clark goes to the outside, on to the feet of McChesney. And it is Lily Pratt and McChesney fighting for the ball, but it's controlled by the Bobcats, but it goes off the sideline, so substitution. And it is going to be LeClaire coming into the game. Coming out of the game is Spohr. And McAuliffe coming out for Chazy with 15:40 left in the first half. 1-0 the Bobcats on a McKenna LaBarge goal. So the ball will go to Chazy far side. So it's always nice to be out here, Calvin. The snack shack's going. They got the old Mickey fries aroma going over there. Not a bad crowd for a rainy night.
No, it's a pleasant evening.
Yeah, it is.
No bugs.
No. But we are getting toward the end of September.
Very close.
Yes, we are.
And October 1st, big day.
Big day.
We can go across the border
Oh, yeah.
without any explanation.
Without anything now, right?
Yeah.
Just show your passport or your enhanced license.
Right.
That's been 3 years in the making.
Yep.
Now, is that the same coming back into the States?
Oh, yeah.
The U.S. reciprocated?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Well, it's always been, we didn't need an arrive can to get back here.
They have to show proof of
You got to show you're
vaccination.
vaccinated, and they might ask you that still, but
But they're waiving that even going into Canada now.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what
Before
I
you
read
had to
there.
fill out that application, though. You had to fill out the arrive can, have all that. You had to have an explanation of where you're going to be if you ended up contracting COVID while you were there, where you were going to stay.
Right.
Now, my wife and I went up, Judy and I went up the first day that you could use the arrive can. We filled one out and went up. We had to. The one thing we hadn't done is say where we're going to be. We're going up to the IGA to pick up some stuff and come back. So we didn't think we were going to get COVID, but so we explained that to the guy. It was a Gothier, and his name, and he said, "Well, I'll put you down for here." So I said, "Okay."
That works.
If we'll isolate at the border with you guys.
Yeah. So here come the Bobcats, defended by Parker. LaBarge. And she shields it. It's going to be a corner. They're calling a corner. So LaBarge will take the corner kick for the Bobcats.
Come on, girls, everything out.
Right there, Abby. You're fine. Keep your head. Get up.
Short kick. Ball's pushed back.
Yes, thank you.
So the ball will go to back to the Eagles. It was an offsides. We're under 13 minutes. 1-0 Bobcats over the Eagles. It's the 26th day of September, 2022. And we're at the George Brendler Field between the Bobcats and the Eagles.
Brooke, whole side. Never know here. Tough spot.
Ball is sent forward. It goes off of Stevens. Now the ball is sent forward by Gagnon to Pratt. A little too far ahead of her, picked up by Magoon. Magoon will take it herself, goes to the outside, trying to find McDonald, and the ball is sent forward. Gets by Meade, cleared out by Gagnon LaFountain, I should be saying. And it is Pratt working her way down. Pratt trying to get by everybody. Pratt turning on the afterburners, but she is defended well.
Go down there. You got a foul.
Ball's pushed up. McChesney has it taken away by McDonald.
Come on, Green.
Take the space.
Loose ball. Clark
Audrey. Just play her now.
trying to
Play
take it to
Audrey.
the outside.
Good. Pender show.
Langlois trying to send it forward. Goes off of Charlin.
No turn.
Goes off of Clark, picked up by Bushy, middle of the field. And Meade will work her way down. Defended by Castine. Goes off of Castine, so a throw in for the Bobcats. 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first half.
You're in a good spot.
And right now the shots favor the Bobcats 3-1. The corner kicks favor Chazy 3-1, but the Bobcats have the stat that counts in a game. They lead on the scoreboard 1-0. It is Meade, pushes the ball back. There's a turn. There's a through ball. This is dangerous. Dangerous. There's a shot. Nice shot by Seguin. Nice save by Tess Blair. So some nice movement by the Bobcats, but Tess Blair came up big in the net for the Eagles. That goes off of Clark, over to Pratt, off of Pratt, and calmly chipped forward by Perrier. And the ball is controlled by LeClaire. Bayshard trying to get to the ball. And McChesney comes across the field, but it goes off the foot of Seguin. Quickly the ball is sent back towards Seguin. Gagno takes it to the outside. Gagno still with the ball. Good hustle by number 4, Seguin. And it's the Eagles trying to control. Ball is pushed up onto the feet of Bayshard. Bayshard trying to get by the defense, but Charlin stands up tall and knocks the ball away. And there's a push from behind. Pratt was pushed from behind.
Sam, go ahead. Sam, can you do it? Okay.
They're calling for Gagno to take this kick. So as soon as this ball is hit, they're going to be crashing the net.
Hey, float it. Give us a chance. Hey, get in, right? Be aggressive here. Just float it. Give us a chance.
And here we go. She chips it in just outside the 18. It's deflected back out onto the feet of LaBarge. She goes to the far side. It's Castine for Chazy. She now sends it forward. Goes onto the feet of the Bobcats. Trombley. She sends it forward back to Castine. Castine on the outside is battling McDonald. And McDonald takes it off of Castine. So McAuliffe is checking back into the game, as well as Spoor. And also going into the game is LaPointe for the Bobcats. Coming out is number 6, McKenna Bushy. For Chazy, it's Sequoia McChesney. And also coming out is number 9, Alexis McDonald. With 8:25 left in the first half. Ball sent toward the net. It's skipping. Blair does her job. Corrals the ball and work her way to the 18. Short kick picked up by Clark. Takes to the outside. It's Clark with the ball. Sends the ball forward. Nice job defended by the Bobcats. It is number 10, Spoor. Now on to the feet of LaBarge. She sends it forward. She was trying to find a Seguin. To the outside is Pratt. Pratt working her way down, being defended by Magoon. It is Pratt turning it on. Pratt still getting by the players. It's Pratt trying to push the ball over. And it's cleared out. Good hustle by Pratt.
Back in, good.
She tried to find Bayshard. And the ball will deflect off the end line. So a corner kick for the Eagles. And checking into the game is Hatch. Corner kick. Corner kick for Chazy. We're approaching the 7-minute mark. McAuliffe will take the kick on the far side for the Eagles.
Good service, Sam. Kelly, gotta be goal side. Service. No turn, Brooke. No turn, right? Georgia, everything is back in. First time.
McAuliffe sends the ball in. Cleared out by McDonald. And it's going on to the feet of LaBarge. LaBarge cutting to the inside. Defended by Stevens. Stevens sends it forward, but goes to LeClaire. Back to LaBarge. She gets it to Spore. Spore trying to switch fields, trying to find Seguin on the far side. Seguin chips the ball forward, goes off of Chazy defender. And Langlois will take it off the end line. So we have a corner kick for the Bobcats. Going into the game is Hatch. Coming out of the game is number 18, LeClaire. 5:57 left. There's a shot. This is dangerous. And knocked away by Tess Blair, cleared out. And now to the near side, it is McAuliffe. McAuliffe with speed, working her way down. Coming over to help out is Trombley. McAuliffe sends it across, trying to find Pratt to Bayshard. Bayshard pushes out to Clark. Clark gets a shot off, but it will go into the hands of Gilmore with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first half. Kicked by Gilmore. Picked up by Stevens.
Yes. Find Ava early. Just play it out there. She'll go get it.
Ball sent forward by Belrose. Deflects off the defense, Charlin. But off the line is Gilmore.
Ava, keep coming back. We will find you. Yep. We will find you here.
There's the punt by Gilmore. It is Stevens. Gives the ball up to Clark. Clark looking to load. Get a shot off. Load up. And still a battle for the ball. Ball stays in.
Blow the whistle. Nobody knows. That's why.
Oh, nope.
Ava,
the
you
ball
can throw
was out. So Brian
Ava,
Marino's
way down
right there.
Ava, way down there. Ava.
So a deep throw in for the Eagles.
I'm glad,
There's our flyover, Calvin. They finally
anything
showed up.
new,
A little
Rex?
late.
Let's
The
shoot.
Ducks. The Geese. Yeah, the Geese.
No turn. Come on. Aggressive.
Ball comes back to the
Face her up.
sideline.
That's okay. Close. Don't go after.
And it is Belrose sends the ball forward. That deflects off of number 5, Trombley.
Lexi.
So McAuliffe's trying
Teach
to
the ball more. Teach the ball.
generate something here, trying to get an equalizer before the half as the Bobcats lead 1-0. Ball goes back to McAuliffe. Now there's a nice feed across. Goes to the weak side. Picked up by Langlois. Chips it forward to Pratt. Pratt cuts to the inside. Gets too far ahead of her. It's picked up by Magoon. And she'll send it forward. Gets by Castine, but it'll work its way off the sideline. So a throw in for the Eagles. They got time. There's 3 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah. The only thing is make sure you don't get too far out there, okay?
Clark pushes it back. Langlois back to Clark. Clark trying to cut it to the inside. Trombley does a nice job. And Stevens sends it forward. Stevens battling
Ava,
Spore.
Ava, we're going to try to find you. Find Ava. Early.
Clark.
Play
Pender.
Ava. Just play it now. Good. Go out.
Over
Go out.
McCullough. Rips the shot from distance.
That's all right.
And that goes into the hands of Gilmore.
Drop off.
So 2:30 left in the first half.
See it. Kurt. Ava, I'm fine with that, okay? Right?
And here come the Bobcats, far side. It is Meade. Meade being defended by Castine. She's trying to find Poirier. But the ball's cleared to the middle of the field off Trombley. And it is Clark getting the ball up over to McAuliffe. Ball coming to the near side, and it stays in. Ball stayed in. Gagno sends the ball up, trying to find Bayshard, but it goes onto the feet of Seguin. Seguin sends it to the 18. Castine sends it forward toward the midfield. McAuliffe controls, trying to find Bayshard. The ball's pushed back. It's picked up by Spoor. Spoor and Stevens. Goes to the outside. Meade one times it back over to LaBarge. And the ball goes off the end line, so it'll be a goal kick. And we have 6 and 9, which is McKenna Bushy and Alexis McDonald coming into the game. Coming out of the game is Emily Hatch, as well as Alexis Lapointe. So 52 seconds left in the first half. Ball sent forward. And it is Belrose sends it toward midfield to Pratt. Pratt has it knocked away. McAuliffe comes out of nowhere to pick it up. McAuliffe on the outside gets a shot off, but wide of the net. And so it'll be a goal kick, and I'm sure the Bobcats will take their time for this kick as there's 24 seconds left in the first half. And I'm sure Coach Seguin will be happy to go into the halftime with a 1-0 lead. And they go switches fields, far side, and just setting the ball forward. Well done to Meade. And the first half will come to a close at the George Brendler Field on the 26th day of September 2022. It's the Bobcats 1, Chazy 0. And we're ready to start the second half, and Coach McAuliffe has shown up. We talked about earlier the boys were playing Seton Catholic down in Plattsburgh, and they got hammered with the rain, but there was no thunder and lightning, so they were able to play the game through. And the boys came through with a 9-0 victory over Seton Catholic, and so the Lady Eagles are hoping to get on the winners column tonight, the same as the boys did. But right now they got 40 minutes to at least try to tie the game. They're trailing 1-0. It was a first half goal by McKenna LaBarge. And of course the players have switched sides, so Chazy will be going to our left here. The Bobcats will be going to our right in front of the press box. And the ball sent back, and Gagno calmly sends it back into the defensive end of the Bobcats, and it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Kelsey Magoon with the throw-in.
It might be 40 minutes. We don't know. I guess behind us the clouds are quite dark, so
But I thought,
if there's any thunder or lightning in there, then
well, yeah, that happens, and they're going to delay the game, 30 minutes?
yeah, half hour.
Ava, keep going! Ava, keep going!
So this Pratt gets a shot off, low shot, and going down was Gilmore. So Gilmore does a nice job cradling that ball, protecting the ground, making sure the ball doesn't go between her legs. So a nice job by the goalie Gilmore. As she punts the ball out, it just gets past Pratt, but it's controlled by the Bobcats. They lead in the shot category 4-3. Eagles lead in the corner kick category 4-2. It's been a pretty relatively even played game. Momentum for each team. They go back and forth. Very entertaining game for a spectator. And of course, this game is in balance. Anybody can win this game still. It's only 1-0 Bobcats. Eagles are putting some pressure on. And nice job by Pratt to take it off of the defense. So it's going to be a corner kick, and McAuliffe will take the corner kick as she's been doing the whole game. She's on the far side, and she'll look to serve it up. Low shot, and the ball is cleared out. Controlled by the Bobcats. It's Seguin. Gives the ball up. Gagno steps up. She chips it forward. It goes off of Pratt. Clark gets a shot from distance, and it floats into the hands of Gilmore. But some nice work by the Eagles, putting some pressure on. And like I said earlier, the ball's wet, the ground's wet, so you want to shoot hard at the goalie. The ball can skip and do some weird things. And but it was Gilmore up to the task on the hard shot by Lexi Clark. So the ball's on the far side. There's a battle. It's won by Seguin as she was battling Belrose, and Belrose called for the foul. And the ball is at midfield. Ball sent forward. Stevens sends it through, trying to find the gap. as she's trying to find the feet of Langlois. The ball sends back, goes on to the feet of Harvey. Harvey finds Bayshard. Bayshard chips it to the outside, trying to find Pratt with nice speed, gets to the ball. Working her way down, she cuts it to the outside. It goes off of number 10, Spore. So a throw in for the Eagles, and quickly it comes into McAuliffe, and that will be a handball on McAuliffe.
That was definitely an elbow ball. That was not a handball.
Yeah, but it was that vicinity, right?
Yeah, but it'll call it elbow. It wasn't his hand.
So that's now in the rule books, elbow balls now? Is that
Apparently so, yes.
Okay, well, I mean, a lot of changes going on out there, so why not in soccer? So the ball comes up, and it's at midfield. Bobcats trying to control. Bayshard disrupts the play, goes to the outside. Pratt sends it forward, trying to find McAuliffe. It's Pratt. She's being defended well by number 6, Bushy. And it goes off the sidelines, so some pressure by the Eagles here in the early part of the second half, as we're just under 36 minutes. Only 4 minutes have been played, but the Eagles are trying to pick up the intensity. You're looking for that equalizer. As they send the ball forward, they find Clark. Clark turns, goes to the outside. She finds the feet of Langlois. She goes to the middle of the field, trying to find Bayshard. It was off of Bayshard, and it's cleared out by Perrier to the far sideline. And it is Belrose trying to chip the ball forward. It's knocked away. And here come the Bobcats. Through ball trying to find Meade. Onto the feet of Meade. Gagnon back to defend. Meade gets a weak shot off. Off the line is Blair. And she gets to the ball. She'll work her way to the 18. Blair with the kick. Clark one times it onto the feet of Stevens. And far side, it is to the Eagles. It is Pratt takes it off the defense. So it'll be a throw in for the Eagles. Pratt with the throw in. Ball comes in, controlled by the Bobcats. Ball sent forward. Back there is Gagnon. Gagnon turns. Keeps it simple to the outside. Now she chips it forward over to Stevens. And Brooke Stevens with the ball. Trying to get it across. And now it comes to the near side to Langlois. Langlois trying to cut it to the inside. Magoon defending well. Langlois now to the outside. It's Langlois still battling for the ball. Cuts it back. Sends the ball forward. It goes off of Bushy. Clark pushes it back. Stevens shot from distance. That ball's going to skip. It skips into the net. And there's the shot by Stevens. It is Gilmore went back, and you could tell from up here that ball was going to skip once it hit the ground. And I think it kind of took Gilmore by surprise. And it went up over her head. She tried to defend it and knocks it into the net. And like I said earlier, Calvin, you just got to keep shooting at that net because funky things can happen, and we just saw it.
That was definitely a very high bounce. She was a foot taller. She would have had that one.
Well, not everybody the height of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Of course, folks are saying, the younger folks saying, who's that? But we know who that is. Maybe Bill Russell, whatever. But
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain, I mean, we can name a few of them. But good stuff by the Eagles. Smart play by Stevens. And you know that Coach Tregan's been telling them, just fire the ball at the net because things like that can happen. And I think Gilmore was just a little taken surprised by it. We see a lot up here, Calvin, that you don't see down there.
That's true.
You do. You have a great angle. You have a great angle up here. You can see plays develop. And there in the moment of the play, we can kind of see the whole thing, which makes it kind of neat when we're up here. Plus, we stay dry.
That's true.
So I can't say we stay warm up here, but we stay dry.
We get the wind off most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
I was at Northeastern there last week, and one of the coaches was up there before the game. He says, "Boy, I'd like to coach from here."
How big's that press box up there?
It's probably pretty close to the size of Beekman Towns.
Can you get a couple people calling games up there, or is that too compact to do that?
I would say you wouldn't want two different outfits calling games with the score clock up there because it'd be tough.
It'd
You
be
got
tight. Okay.
you got a double window and a double window.
So, but like if we did a game and you kind of jumped on our,
Yeah,
then we could make that work.
yeah,
And that side net. And the side net. Okay.
yeah.
So that's, I mean, as I see these nice fields being developed, I'm going, why are they not putting bigger press boxes up there? Of course, I'm being a little selfish when I say that, but it like Plattsburgh has a nice, you can separate, which is nice.
Right, right.
Which is really nice. So the game is tied. It was a Brooks Stevens from distance, 1-1. And you know one change that they did this year in the girls program, which I really like, Calvin? They now have the golden goal.
Yes,
And
definitely.
and that makes, and I always felt it should be that way. And you score in the overtimes, it's over with.
Yeah, I was very happy when the boys started doing that several years back, and now the girls are finally doing it, and I think that's great.
It is, well, I think it's good for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise you could have a 1-1 game that ends up being 6-1. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
No turn.
Or it can keep going and going.
Yeah, somebody scores and the other team ties it again.
And there's a shot from distance, and Blair comes off her line. So as the clock winds down, I mean, we've got 31 minutes left. So when I say winds down, as we keep getting closer and closer, you'll notice that the intensity will pick up from both teams as they're both battling to get that lead again.
Come deeper.
So, I mean, the shots are 5-5. We lead in the category. When I say we, Chazy leads 5-2 in the corner kick category. And this game is tied, so the Eagles are trying to clear it out. And it's going to go just too far by McAuliffe. And it was cleared out by number 13, Charlin. So to the near sideline, it is Langlois. Langlois trying to cut it to the inside. And that ball stays in. Nice play by Perrier. Gives the ball up over to Magoon, back to Perrier. She sends it forward. And it goes off of Harvey. Throw-in comes into play. And it is Clark. Has it knocked away off the head of Gagno. Off of Stevens, who scored, to Clark. Sends it forward to McAuliffe. Outside, nice pass to Pratt. Pratt with some nice speed will work her way down, coming over hard is Spohr. Pratt cuts it to the inside. Pratt showing some nice foot skill. Has it knocked away by Charlin. So Charlin defended Pratt very well, but it goes off the sideline. But it's the speed of Pratt disrupts the play of the defense of the Bobcats. And the ball comes in from Pratt. And Stevens, battling for the ball, goes back onto the feet of Belrose. And it's Pratt looking to cut to the inside. She's a fast player.
Hey, we gotta throw the ball down the line. Stop throwing it inside. Down the line.
The ball comes into play. And that would be a push on Pratt. And they're giving Pratt a yellow card on that. So the clock stops at 29:43. Pratt has to come off. McChesney will check into the game. Coming out with the yellow card is Pratt.
Hey, just be smart now, okay? Ava, drop off. It's their kick, so I don't want to get caught in this.
So waiting for the play to start back up here.
Lexi, a little deeper, give a step.
And we heard Marino get the explanation that it was a two-handed push, and that's why they gave the yellow card. And then Coach Tregan said, just be smart out there. We don't need a second yellow card.
The second yellow is a red.
Yeah, and that means you miss a game, right?
Yeah, and you play a man down or player down.
Right, yeah, exactly. So it is a Magoon. Ball goes back out, trying to find Meade, and Meade's had a good game for the Bobcats tonight, as well as Magoon. And the ball goes off the sideline, so it's going to be a throw-in for the Eagles. And Pratt is in, and it is McChesney coming out.
Ava, cheat. I like the last go.
Langlois with the throw in to Bayshard. It flex off of Bayshard. Back to Langlois. Stevens trying to get to the ball. Goes to the outside, trying to find Pratt. Pratt cuts it now to the inside. Pratt taking it out, but she's defended by Spoor. And again, Spoor doing a nice job on Pratt. And it's Spoor and Pratt. Pratt now does it, sends it forward. Stevens again chips it up. Ball's headed down on the ground. There's another shot. Scores from distance. Lexi Clark goes top shelf, and Chazy goes up 2-1, 28-20. Again, both goals have come from distance. And that one there, I think that Gilmore was probably a little screened on that. And that went under the crossbar. So it's Clark and Stevens scoring for Chazy. And Chazy, who was trailing 1-0 at the half, have now gone ahead 2-1 Calvin, and they are having a good second half so far.
You've got to take those long shots once in a while. It's nice when they pass and penetrate and so on, but you got to keep the other team honest, and these long shots can take the other team by surprise, and they've had a couple that surprised the Bobcats right there.
Well, they have some young ladies out there that have really hard kicks, and it's nice to see them taking advantage of that opportunity, and they've been rewarded twice tonight with those long shots. And so now Chazy has outshot the Bobcats 6-5. Corner kicks favor Chazy 5-2. And the ball is now going on to the feet of Magoon. Magoon comes to the near sideline trying to find LaPointe. LaPointe cuts to the inside. She's defended well by Caitlin Harvey. Ball comes into play. Goes to Magoon. Magoon sends it forward.
We're good. We missed it. Let it go.
Goes by everybody. And it'll be a goal kick for Chazy. And, of course, goal kicks are the friend of the team that's winning because they'll just take their time and kill some time off the clock. But there's a lot of time left here in the second half, so anything can happen. It's 27-28. And it will be Gagnon LaFountain. Low hard kick. Ball sent forward. And the Bobcats, there's a shot from distance from left-footed. Hits off of Gagnon. And it went on to the feet of Langlois. She sent it to the center of the field to McAuliffe. McAuliffe with some space. Now work her way down the line. It's McAuliffe being defended by Magoon. McAuliffe cuts it to the inside. She rips it off the back of Meade. Stepping up for Chazy is Harvey. Over to Clark. Over to McAuliffe. Back to Clark. Clark goes forward. Nice pass work to Bayshard. Bayshard pushes it to the outside. Ball sent toward midfield. Goes off of Parker. Parker loses the ball. But defending was Barrows coming to help out. And there's a through ball to the far sideline. Here comes LaPointe looking to get a shot off. LaPointe rips a shot. And that goes wide of the net. Blair went down, but it went wide. And it will be a goal kick for Chazy. So some nice work by the Bobcats. LaPointe got a shot off, but it just went wide of the net. So we're at 26:09. And actually, I said it was LaPointe. It was actually McKenna LaBarge who had the only goal for the Bobcats, had a nice opportunity there. And the ball is at midfield. Bayshard putting some speed on, trying to disrupt the play. Ball is controlled by number 3, Magoon. Sends it up. Langlois cuts it to the inside. The ball is won by the Bobcats. Ball is chipped forward. Gagnon battling. She sends it forward to flex off a player. Picked up by Bayshard. Now she finds McAuliffe. Bayshard will go wide. McAuliffe trying to get by Charlin. Charlin and McAuliffe. And Charlin sends the ball forward. Ball out toward midfield. Picking up is Parker. Over to Clark. Clark pushes it through to Stevens. They're the two that have the goals tonight. for Chazy in this 2-1 lead. Ball sent forward on to Meade.
We need you. Keep coming. Audrey, keep going. We need you.
Langlois doing a nice job defending. Langlois tried to go on the outside of her foot to Bayshard, but it was picked up by Meade at midfield. Clark pushes it back over to Stevens. Ball goes off of Magoon. Magoon now to the outside, working her way down. Tried to send it forward to LaPointe, goes off the sideline.
I'm saying, but hey, play the ball high and wide then. There's too much pressure. We're getting stripped every time. Audrey, throw it in. Hey, forward's got to show here. Hey, Pender, here. Ava, slide. Brooke, look at where we are. Okay. Down the line. Throw it.
Ball comes into play. Bayshard out to Clark. Clark cuts it to the inside, but it's taken away by LeClaire.
Possession.
She gives it up to LaBarge. And the ball is sent forward.
Audrey, you got a
It's
double.
picked up by LaPointe. She goes back to the center. And they're trying another ball. Here's a dangerous play. Meade
Yes, thank
rips
you.
the shot across, but it was offsides. So there was a play. No, they sent the ball through Calvin. Meade has a strong kick. Should have taken that shot from distance, in my opinion.
It works for Chazy.
Well, I mean, it was. I know what she was trying to do, but it was like when you can turn and rip like that, especially when you're around the 18-yard line.
Come back more. Lily, both sides.
Yeah, they're definitely within.
But I understand
within range.
I understand what she was trying to do, but it was an offsides play. But I understand what her thought process was. But she's the type of player that can find the back of the net. The ball is sent forward, and it goes to the near sideline. It is Langlois on the outside of her foot. Can't keep it in.
Okay. Drop off. Nothing over her head. Lily, you're too high up.
Magoon picked up by Clark. She comes to the near sideline.
Drop. Pender, keep coming. It's fine.
Magoon
You have the ball.
off the head of Bayshard onto the feet of LaBarge. LaBarge comes to the near sideline. So now the momentum's shifting back to the Bobcats. There's a shot, and just wide of everything. And Tess Blair was screened a little bit on that, but recovered. And we have McChesney checking into the game. Coming out of the game is Pender Bayshard with 22:10 left in the first half. Or second half, I should say. So we have a goal kick for the Eagles. Ball sent forward. Far side, Chazy. McAuliffe chips it forward over to Pratt. Pratt back to McAuliffe. Some nice triangle passing by the Eagles. Comes to the inside over to Stevens. Stevens trying to control the ball. Deflects the middle of the field. Bayshard. She's trying to send it forward. Goes on to the foot of Meade. Meade by Clark. Clark taken away. Clark will rip another shot. And that ball skips right into the hands of Gilmore. Ball is pushed to the outside to LaPointe. She sends the ball forward. Back is Gagno. Gagno sends it forward. And that goes off of 15. And nice play keeping the ball in play. And the ball gets by McChesney, picked up by LaPointe. Over to LaBarge. Being defended by Langlois to the outside. The Bobcats. Ball has come to the near side onto the feet of LaPointe from a pass from Spoor. And nice job by Langlois defending.
No foul. We're good. Got a step. Good in. Sorry, deflection.
Ball to the sideline. It goes off of Chazy. So substitutions, it's going to be Bushy and McDonald checking into the game.
Lily,
Coming out is Spoor.
No, just pinch in right now on the throw or inside.
And
Help us defend this.
throw in by Magoon.
Come on. It's too easy. Let's go,
Ball
Bree.
chipped up.
Come on. Press.
Clark sends the ball forward. Finds McAuliffe. McAuliffe cuts it to the inside. McAuliffe. So Pratt goes to the center. McAuliffe rips a shot off the defense, and that will be a throw-in for Chazy.
Down the line! Don't turn the ball. Defender, if you go out there like they did, you gotta stop turning the ball inside. You get slipped every time. You gotta hold on to the
And the ball comes in. It's picked up by the Bobcats. And Clark trying to cut it to the inside. It goes to Pratt. Pratt sends a shot off. McChesney tried to trap it. Turns and has it knocked away. Stevens pushes the ball forward. And the ball is cleared out. This is going to be a throw-in for Chazy. So the momentum's shifting back into Chazy's favor. Under 20 minutes. It's 2-1. Chazy, 2 second-half goals. As they lead here on the 26th of September 2022 at the George Brendler Field. And as Calvin said when the game started, Mr. Brendler is in the house. Ball is sent toward the goal line. And chip forward. This will be a deep throw-in for Chazy. Ball comes into play. Going off to the sideline, or end line. So it'll be a goal kick for the Bobcats.
Every time. Just throw it. Somebody will get there.
Chazy leads in the shot category 7-6. Corner kicks favor Chazy 5-2, and it's a very evenly played game between both teams. A good matchup in Division 2 between the Bobcats and the Eagles. Ball is sent forward. It's off of McAuliffe. And out of bounds by Charlin. Ball comes into play. And they're kind of bunching up on the far sideline. Ball comes out. It's cleared out by the Bobcats.
Have to close. Have to close.
So it goes off of the feet of LaBarge, but quickly it's sent back toward the 18. Picked up by Magoon of the Bobcats. And it is Magoon working away far sideline, being defended by Pratt. And it goes off the sideline. Ball goes down the sideline. It'll be another throw-in. Ball comes in to the outside. Ball goes out. Another throw-in. Pratt quickly gets it in. Substitutions. It's Bayshard coming in before the throw. And coming out for Chazy looks to be Pratt. So Pratt will get a much deserved rest. She hustles out there. So there's 16:39 left in the second half. And here come the Bobcats. Nice play, defended well by McChesney. Stevens sends it forward, or goes to McChesney there on the far sideline. Oh, there's a foul on Stevens.
Or we throw it to the middle and get counted. You understand what I'm saying? Just throw it down the line. I would rather give up a goal kick than get counted. Just throw it down the line. All right. Where am I going? Take Sequoia. Put the under up top.
So we have a throw-in for the Bobcats. Ball comes into play. Good hustle by McAuliffe. Has it knocked away. Stevens comes over to help out. Ball's chipped to the sideline. Ball kept in. Gagno sends the ball forward. Nice job by McDonald heading the ball forward. So Pratt will come back into the game. McChesney will come out of the game.
Hey, girl wasn't there. Can't sub in.
So substitutions, McChesney coming out, as well as Emma Spoor.
We'll let her in.
What's
She was
that?
trying to go in.
Well,
She
she was
wasn't-
trying to go in,
She
okay.
wasn't over here before.
She's trying to get into the game. My guess she'll make time to get in the game with 14:38 to go. I think there'll be another whistle between now and then, Calvin.
I don't think so.
Ball comes into the near sideline. And it is now sent forward by 6 Bushy. Cleared out by Gagnon LaFountain. And McCullough splitting the defense. But back there is Poirier, a strong defender for the Bobcats. Takes it to the outside. Still has it in. Deflected by McCullough. McCullough cutting to the inside. Tried to send it forward. Trying to find the feet of Langlois. But it's sent back out.
We're caught. Gotta help. Close space.
To Meade. Meade cuts it to the outside. Meade working her way down, being defended by Harvey. And it is Gagnon LaFountain sends the ball out of bounds. Nice play by Gagnon. LaFountain disrupt the play, out of bounds, give up the throw and let your team get back and settle in defensively. With 13:40 to go, it's Bushy for the Bobcats.
Hey, gotta chase. You got 13 minutes here. See this
She
thing out.
sends the ball down off of Meade. Meade pushes it back.
This is the one I'm talking
Ball sent forward.
about.
And Clark sends it forward.
Up.
Back on the defense, hustling back is Poirier.
Can't sit back. Force inside. No turn. Double. Callie, let's go.
And it is Gagnon battling, trying to stay ahead of Labarge. And that's a solid battle, Labarge and Gagnon. LaFountain, but it's knocked out of bounds. So throw in for the Bobcats, and the Bobcats putting a little pressure on it. It's Bushy. 12:56 left in the second half. They're trying to find the equalizer. They're down 2-1.
You're by yourself up top.
Ball comes into play. On to Trombley. She sends it forward. It'll work its way off the
Up, please.
end line. So we're going to have a goal kick. And checking into the game is Callie Castine.
Make sure you talk to them in the middle, right? Communicate with them.
So Castine checks into the game. Harvey checks out of the game. So Gagnon LaFountain with the kick. Low kick
Away.
to Clark. Clark sends it forward. Stepping up is Charlin. She sends the ball back into the box. Gagnon does a nice job hustling to keep the ball. Oh, and she's taken out. And no foul called. So the ball works its way to the end line. And Tess Blair gets to the ball.
Relax.
So Blair will work her way to the 18.
Let's go. Hands in the back.
Clark heads the ball backwards.
Over. Come on, press. Come on, be aggressive. Yes. Good. Let's go.
Bayshard putting a lot of pressure on Magoon. Magoon called for the foul.
Audrey, you can get fourth.
So we're at 11:30 left in the second half. Chazy with a 2-1 lead. 2 second half goals. One by Stevens, one by Clark.
Actually, go side. Yeah, you don't need a whistle.
McAuliffe sends the ball forward. The ball skips past the defense, trying to find Pratt, but back there defensively is Magoon. She cuts it to the outside, and nice play by Magoon getting by Pratt. She sends the ball forward, keeps it in play, onto the feet of Seguin. Seguin now sends the ball forward. Clark back defensively, sends it forward. Nobody there for Chazy. It's picked up by the Bobcats. And the ball is sent forward. Nice play by Trombley, but it is Gagnon LaFountain sends it toward midfield. The ball is deflected back onto the feet of the Bobcats to the near sideline. And the ball will work its way out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw in for the Bobcats.
Goal side. Yeah, I want you goal side.
McKenna Bushy with the throw in. Defended well by Clark. Clark now switches fields. Nobody there for Chazy. It goes on to the feet of McDonald. McDonald cuts it to the outside away from Pratt as she's trying to find Seguin. Seguin cuts it back to the inside, pushes the ball forward, but it's picked up by Pratt. Pratt battling for the ball along with Seguin. Seguin goes down the line. Gagnon sends the ball forward.
Lily, decision's got to be quick.
Picks up Langlois. Nice play. Cuts it to the inside.
Keep going if you want.
working her way down.
Get up, get up, get up, get up.
And it's a throw in for Chazy. Stepping up is Pratt. Pratt goes right down the line, sending the defense backwards.
Audrey, pinch in. Audrey, pinch, not forward, pinch. Middle.
And they're working their way. It goes out of sidelines. Ball comes into play. Nobody there for Chazy. The ball sent toward the 18. And here come the Eagles. Clark has it knocked away. Picked up by the Bobcats. And now sent forward. Back is Gagno. Gagno LaFountain sends the ball to the near sideline as she's trying to find Langlois. Langlois heels it back. It's Langlois battling the ball with number 3, Magoon. And Magoon is called for the foul. So they're calling McAuliffe over. Coach Trigan calling for McAuliffe to take the kick here. We're under 9 minutes. It's 8:52 left in the second half. 2-1 Chazy in this big Division II matchup between two quality teams. And the ball is kicked forward. It was the Bobcats who went up first on a LaBarge goal. First half, it stayed that way. Then in the second half, Chazy has found the back of the net twice by Stevens and Clark. Ball comes to the near sideline. It is Langlois. Ball's throw in for the Bobcats. Bushy will take the throw in.
Let's go. Got 8 minutes here. Lily, deeper, deeper.
Bushy with the throw in.
Over your shoulder here. No turn, no turn.
Ball comes into Meade. Meade pushes it back to Bushy. Bushy gets the ball over to Trombley. Pratt cuts it to the outside. Nice job by the Bobcats. Deflects off to Stevens. Ball comes to the near side to Magoon. Magoon being defended by Bayshard.
Good job. Let's go. Put it back.
And nice play by Magoon. Clark does a nice job defensively.
Play Lily early.
Try to go over to Pratt. Controlled by the Bobcats. Ball sent forward. And the ball is cleared by Charlin high in the air. Pratt cuts it to the inside, being defended by Spoor. Spoor has it taken away by McAuliffe, and she's taken down from behind. It was the speed of McAuliffe, the quickness, that caused that foul. And so we're under 7 minutes. McAuliffe will take her time. She will send the ball forward, waiting for the players to get caught up here. McAuliffe sends the ball forward. Good play by the Bobcats. And the ball was ripped by number 23, Castine, but it goes to the Bobcats. Pratt with the ball, trying to work her way toward midfield, pushes it forward. Charlin steps up. She gets it on to Seguin. Seguin will keep a simple pass.
Avery, come on. Good.
Over to the feet of Bryn Trombley.
Lexi, play the
Clark
corner. Play
with
the
the
corner.
ball.
Play the corner. Just kick it there. Fine. No advantage, though, right? If we're playing up there.
So we're under 6 minutes, 5:57.
There's no one to play it to. That's my problem.
It is Magoon. Ball comes into play, headed by McAuliffe.
Audrey.
That was coming toward the press box. Thought I was going to be in the game, Calvin, for a minute. If I leaned any more over, I'd have fell off, so fell out.
That wouldn't have been a $2 million catch, though.
No. The ball is pushed back to McAuliffe. There you go. She switches fields. Nice play. Pratt.
Somebody has offered $2 million for number 61 or 62, maybe. I'm not sure which one.
It could. They're in Toronto tonight, aren't they?
Yes.
Could happen.
That'd be $3 million in Canadian money.
Yeah, well, I just moved to Canada. Keep it 3. Any taxes taken out of it?
I'm sure.
Ball is sent forward, and hustling back is Langlois for Chazy. But she's being challenged by number 6, Bushy. Bushy and Langlois. Langlois takes it off of Bushy. And we're going to have a corner kick for Chazy. So 4:33. So McAuliffe will take her time on the corner kick as we're approaching 4:25. And McAuliffe rips a shot, lands inside the box. The Bobcats trying to clear it out, and there's a scrum. And the Eagles and the Bobcats, who's going to win this scrum here? And the Bobcats will win it, but there was bouncing around there. It was dangerous for the Bobcats. Ball back to the 18. Langlois pushes it forward. Shot going toward the end line, picked up by Perrier. She sends it forward. That goes off of the head of Belrose. And we're going to have a throw-in for Chazy deep in Bobcat territory. It'll be, looks like Pratt on the far sideline will take the throw-in. With 3:30 left in the second half, Chazy leading 2-1. And now we have a corner kick for the Eagles. They'll take their time. And I want to be very clear, it's the second half. Early in my career, Calvin straightened me out and said, don't ever say in the game because we know what can happen. Here comes the ball. And again, this is going to deflect, and it's... Oh, wow, what a play. That just missed going into the net. So defended well by the Bobcats. The Eagles could have put a nail in the coffin with a goal there, but it is still a 2-1 game. Ball sent forward. And it is handball. So it's going to be Perrier. Or actually McDonald. No, it is Perrier. She gives the ball up over to Magoon. On to Trombley. Back over to Magoon. Langlois trying to battle for the ball, taken by Magoon. She sends it forward. And back for Chazy. Ball to the outside. Goes on to Magoon. Outside the 18. Clark sends it out.
Get it out!
McAuliffe goes to the far side. We're at 2 minutes. You'll hear the announcer. And we're at the 2-minute mark. And now the Bobcats, with urgency, putting some pressure up, trying to find that equalizer. Sends it forward. And a foul called on handball, they said. Here it goes. Quick shot. There's a shot. Deflects. And wow, what an opportunity for the Bobcats. And that's going to be a goal kick for Chazy, and they dodged a bullet there. So good pressure by the Bobcats. And it is 1:20.
Lily, drop off. We don't need to score again. Just play defensive. I don't have to say this. Audrey, go side.
And here goes McAuliffe. She sends the ball to the center of the field. Cleared out by Stevens, far sideline. And it is Pratt. Kicks the ball forward. And at this stage, you just keep moving the ball forward. Under a minute. And the ball is sent forward. Pratt trying to cut it to the inside. Pratt working her way down, has it knocked away. 30 seconds left. Chazy has it down into Bobcat territory.
Just hold it. Just keep it in the corner. Just keep it there.
20 seconds. The Bobcats trying to send the ball forward. It is Gagno will commit. And nice play by Gagno to deflect that ball. Sent forward. Nice job. And Chazy will win this game as they beat the Bobcats 2-1. And it's official. Chazy wins 2-1 8 shots favor Chazy, 6 for the Bobcats. Corner kick 7 for Chazy, 2 for the Bobcats. And this game, Calvin, was everything it was probably set up to be for this Division II game.
And the weather was ideal.
Weather was absolutely perfect. And once I saw the radar, that's when I said, yeah, I'll be up at the game. It looks like we'll be okay. I would have came up anyway because we were protected here in the booth. So it is the 26th of September, 2022. Chazy wins this big Division II matchup with the Bobcats. They win 2-1 with 2 second-half goals, one by Stevens and one by Clark. And they win this game 2-1. And I'm sure these two teams will meet again as the season progresses, and they're shaking their hands right now. And as Calvin likes to say, and Sam too when he was doing this, that's the way it is in beautiful downtown Chazy.